So the goal for today is to get my 92 Trans Am running again. This car hasn't run in probably 4 or 5 years. Actually, yeah, at least 5 years. If this video has any takeaway for anyone, it is when life starts to get ahead of you, find time to fix the things you need to fix, because I think this is ultimately going to turn into a way bigger project than I had originally anticipated, just kind of looking at what it looks like now. So you may remember, if you've been watching for a while, I put a fuel pump in this car like almost 2 years ago, probably a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years ago. It still didn't run. I was running out of time. It was starting to snow. I needed to trailer it back to where I keep it. So I ended up not getting it running then, but it has the full fuel tank and full fuel pump out of my other Firebird. So it's a Walbro 255. It's plenty for the engine that's in that car now. That being said, it's been sitting without a hood off for 18 months. So let's go take a look at it. So here's where we stand, or sit, I guess. It's returning to the earth. I already cleaned off all the pine needles. I brought the Milwaukee up. I got as much of it out as I could to try to avoid a fire, because dry pine needles on hot exhaust manifolds, probably not good. I have a feeling this engine's gonna be locked up, and it's no one's fault but my own. But we got the good, and we got that. We're gonna see what we can do. The original plan was to put this in. I got a new MST distributor, new plugs, new plug wires, but I don't know if that's gonna happen today or not. And I would say, based on the inside of the car, it's safe to say the T-tops still don't leak, and my dash finally cracked. That sucks a little bit, but I think I left the key in it. I did. Perfect. The steering wheel is a little moldy, but this is a fake Nardi, and I realized immediately I cannot keep that. But let's see what we can get done. This car was, at one point, super nice. I know I say that every time I'm in it, but yeah, let's see what happens. This battery is so dead that it can't really even crank it. This battery is also 10 plus years old, so no surprises there. I ended up letting that jump box charge for like an hour, and it still wouldn't start or even turn over. So either the battery was still dead, which is what I really think it was, or the motor's locked up, or both. But I went and got a battery. We'll see if it runs for a little bit. Really though, all things considered, I don't think this is that bad. It's sat for almost 10 years. Pretty much once I bought my Corvette, I parked this here, actually like right there. And you know, being 20 and in college, affording the Corvette was a stretch, and this car, I had valued it like $7 grand at the time. This would have been like 2016 or so, for a 70,000 mile 92 Trans Am. It's a one of like 700, I think, 750. Either way, it's a low production car. I had it out for like $7 grand, and then somebody pulled in this driveway to turn around. They backed into it, fucked the whole front end up, ruined my sale. It needed a bumper, a hood, headlight. It somehow broke the turn signal and the fog light, which was really weird. Stuff like that. So at that point I was like, okay, I'll fix it. And if you go looking through my channel, there have been times like every couple years where I'm like, no, I'm fixing this car, we're getting it running, we're gonna get it going. And I've had it running a bunch of times, I've had it driving a couple times. I've just never had the time to put in to get that last like little bit out of it to really get it back on the road, and now it needs to be painted and everything else. But really, for sitting for 10 years, it needs the things you would expect. Like, it needs tires. The brakes are touchy, so it needs brakes. It needed brake hoses anyway, but I'm probably gonna go through and do all the rubber lines, the belt. I've got the full tune-up for it that we didn't even have to do. Like, the car ran without doing any of that. All I did was squirt starter fluid in it and put a fresh battery in, and the car ran. Like, that's just a testament to like how good the small box Chevy was, and the fact that the tune port had the throttle body on the front, so rain couldn't get in it for the 2 years it sat with the hood off, you know, stuff like that. So really, to only have the rust that it already have get a little worse, and have, you know, the spoiler that technically was already messed up get more messed up, and like my front ground effect got broken by a lawnmower or a weed whacker or something at some point, like, it's really not the end of the world. So anyway, this is why you don't let your project car sit. It just makes your life harder and more expensive in the long run. If I didn't work so much and insist on like having to be the one to do everything and making all the excuses for why I couldn't get it done, it would cost me less money, and I probably would have had 3 cool cars instead of 4, or whatever, however many I have. It's up to you guys. But anyway, thanks for watching.